the f? Hi. If you've been on the internet for as long as I have, while simultaneously getting bullied in middle school so you didn't go outside much, you'd look forward to the holidays not for Christmas, not for Hanukkah, not for Thanksgiving, we don't support Thanksgiving, but for YouTube Rewind. There comes a very special time of year where we gather round and watch YouTube's interpretation of everything that happened that year, while gracefully avoiding any controversy or bad decision made at YouTube HQ. And the next day at school, we'd make fun of it and talk about it, but little did we know, those were the good old days. The YouTube Rewinds were great. We had everything from huge viral YouTube moments that turned into classics, viral moments and memes that happened in real life, to a Watch Mojo top 10 video. And I think we all kind of remember YouTube Rewinds getting worse as we grew up, but was that because the novelty and wonder of it was getting old as we were with it? Or did they actually get worse? With exception to the past year, which was objectively awful, and we can all thank Mr. Beast for actually giving us a YouTube Rewind in 2020. So today I want to relive some of that YouTube Rewind nostalgia with you.
Rainbow, oh my god.
But also try to definitively rank all the YouTube Rewinds on a tier list without nostalgia goggles on, just to see if they were actually as good as we remember and if they held up over time. I haven't seen these Rewinds in years, so this is going to be a completely blind watch through.
Double rainbow, oh my god.
Look at your man. Now back to me. Now back at your man. Now back to me.
You don't have to call and confess. We're looking for you.
Cool, I'm fun. I can stop at any time.
Alright, so we have a cute little 2010 YouTube in its infancy of rewinds, and I think this comment really put it best. Started this decade with a top 10 list, ended this decade with a top 10 list. I thought this was pretty average, but we have to cut YouTube some slack here since this was their first one. We had Justin Bieber, Grayson Chance, YouTube music video parodies were at an all-time high, double rainbow all the way. These were not really my most fond memories of YouTube in that year. I think it's safe to give this one like a solid C tier, only for giving it grace for it being the first one. Also, annoying orange is probably the worst YouTube trend we have up until this day. Even worse than like the TikTok trends going around. Seriously, who thought annoying orange was funny? It was not funny, it was annoying. It's in the name. It made me want to throw up looking at that yellow tooth monster every time someone pulled it up on their iPod at school.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Black, and welcome to YouTube Rewind.
Rebecca Black, we're starting up here. We're starting up here. We're starting S tier, and then I'm gonna dock off points from there.
Let's take a look back at the biggest hits of 2011 and see who's at number 1.
So far, pretty cringe intro. I'm sorry, Rebecca. Secondly, we had that awful prank where you just grab the ice cream from the fast food worker. That's a big no-no these days. You don't do that anymore. That's terrible. Minimum wage workers already go through so much. Also, I'm docking off points for showing annoying orange again. Right now we're at a B, and I suspect it's gonna get worse within the next minute. Alright, it was pretty lukewarm for the next half of that video. I don't think it was much better than the first one. It's still sitting at a solid C tier. C for cringe, of course. I'll give it a high C. The first one is a low C. Alright, so 2012, we're getting some creativity in the titles, finally. Rewind YouTube Style 2012, obviously referring to Gangnam Style, so I'm pretty excited for this.
Rewind YouTube Style.
A girl who is warm and humanly during the day. A classy girl who knows how to enjoy the freedom of a cup of coffee. A girl whose heart gets hotter when the night comes. A girl with that kind of twist. Dun 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 dun. Beautiful, lovable, yes you. Hey. All right, we're finally getting some YouTube stars and collaboration. They really went all out for YouTube Rewind 2012. We got Dave Days. We have Mystery Guitar Man. I completely forgot about Mystery Guitar Man. You guys remember this guy? I'm a guy who's warm as you during the day. A guy who one-shots his coffee before it even cools down, that kind of guy. Hey. This is the third time I've seen Annoying Orange in a YouTube Rewind. Wasn't Annoying Orange dead by 2012? I'm sick of it. I'm sick of seeing that orange. This started as an S tier, but now I docked it to an A. I cannot stand that orange. I have a burning, livid hatred for that orange. Yo. Minecraft's initial popularity, we love to see it. Right at your baby, but here's my number. Whoop, whoop. Don't copyright me. Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. Rewind with YouTube style. Whoop, whoop. Don't copyright me. Hold on, I have to learn this. Whoop. Rewind YouTube style. Whoop, whoop. Hey. Don't copyright me. Whoop, whoop. Rewind YouTube style. Whoop, whoop. Don't copyright me. Rewind YouTube style. Hey. Rewind YouTube style. Bum. A little longer one, but for a good reason. We had many icons in YouTube Rewind 2012, but I gotta stick to my word. We're giving it a high A tier because Annoying Orange is probably the most terrible thing about this rewind. All right, 2013, we have What Does the 2013 Say? You guys remember that song, What Does the Fox Say? Well, here we go.
2013? Let's do this.
Hate this song. You want it? Hey, this song really sucks. Bad song. So far, we're starting at like a B. Blurred Lines is a terrible song. So if you can't understand what I'm trying to say, 'cause I don't know what the words are. Oh, look, it's Jimmy Fallon now. I'm up all night to this song. I think we have to move down to C. Jimmy Fallon's in it. Jimmy Fallon is not a YouTuber! YouTube? What does the fox say? I'm so sorry. Do the copyright dance. Harlem Shake. Alright, Screaming Goats and Harlem Shake. That's pretty good. My high school tried to do a Harlem Shake when this was popular. Didn't work out that well. And I would show you, but I literally can't find it because I don't think we posted it because it wasn't very good.
You want to change the world? You're a goat! You can do that! Can we?
They just had PewDiePie come in and look like a f***ing madman at the end. Like, no lines. They had him walk to the beach and looking like an alien, finding this glowing red box, sniffing it, caressing it, and then deciding to bury it like a Neanderthal. This is what they had PewDiePie do in this? Docking off points for Blurred Lines and Annoying Orange, I'm gonna give this one a C tier. I thought it was a little stale, a little lackluster in some parts, not quite as good as 2012, so let's move on. Turn Down for 2014. Ah, yes. Alright, so they brought PewDiePie back. I guess he went back later to that spot that he buried it like a freaking squirrel, and then dug it up just so he could dance like a crackhead on the top of some roof. And then shots. Turn down for what?
We're not gonna start slow.
That's what she said.
Let's take a selfie.
But I'm gonna be honest, the only people I've recognized so far are Anthony and Ian from Smosh. I don't know if I wasn't watching YouTube as much at this time, but I just am not feeling that like hype vibe that I was in 2012. Oh, that's the ice bucket challenge, I think. Okay, got it.
It's YouTube Rewind 2014. What? 𝐜𝐭 president. What?
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
My next guest is going to be hello.
Talk show hosts do not belong on YouTube Rewind. Shockingly, we haven't seen Annoying Orange yet, but the talk show hosts definitely tanked this one. Oh, Flappy Bird. Meh. Really not that great. I don't know if it's my nostalgia bias, but I don't recognize a lot of the faces in this one. It wasn't very creative with the songs. It kind of played the same song for the entire thing. Usually they change it up. And talk show hosts. Awful idea. D tier. Alright, I remember this viral video. Snow whip, hey, watch me nay nay. Okay, watch me whip, whip, watch me nay nay. Okay. Classic evolution of dance reference. Classic left shark, I'm here for it. Only hold on to let go. Oh my God, it's James Corden. Why is he here? No, we don't need James Corden. In the YouTube Rewind 2015, we don't need him. We don't need talk show hosts on the YouTube Rewind. Probably the worst thing next to Annoying Orange. Although the carpool karaokes were gigantic, so it is technically a viral moment of that year. So maybe I'll give it a pass, but I'm still pissed off about it. No. And I know that don't copyright me, please YouTube. I can barely afford rent. We got Markiplier making an appearance, alright.
Should we do it?
Let's do it.
Do you recall long ago we scared for each other, but the night was warm, we were bold and young. All around the window, we would only hold on to let
And I
go.
know she'll be the death of me, at least we'll open up. And she'll always get the best of me, the worst is yet to come.
What do you mean? Oh, when you nod your head yes, but you wanna say no.
So, okay, so another star-studded cast in YouTube Rewind 2015. Only a couple celebrity appearances this time, not as much as 2014, which is kind of funny to think about because we think about like the talk show hosts and celebrities making an appearance where they don't need to be in the later rewinds like 2018, 2017, but this was all the way back in 2015.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
The song remix throughout this entire thing, absolute bangers all the way through. No Annoying Orange, that's a plus. James Corden, knock it down a little bit. Even though I didn't recognize as many people as like the 2012 one, it was still really, really, really good. I feel like it's safe to give this one like a high B. Maybe an A-. We'll see. The Ultimate 2016 Challenge, because challenge videos and those prank videos were all the rage back then. What did I just say about celebrity appearances? Alright, I'm speeding up the rest of the rewind because the rest is just the same thing. It's just dancing. Oh look, they're dancing. Okay. Oh, there's Felix. Oh. Oh look, there's KSI. Oh, they're dancing now. Oh, okay. Look at all these YouTubers dancing. Look, there's Rudy. We love him, right? What's this? Oh my god. Oh, they're dancing in the car now. Oh, they're dancing again. Oh, they're dancing again. And that's it. Meh. My answer is meh. I thought it was a little lackluster. I think it was kind of random. There wasn't really a storyline. It was a little too long for not having a set storyline. It was kind of like, look, here are these people. Okay, we're gonna dance now. Okay, let's dance. Let's dance. I got some of the references. It just still wasn't very good. We also didn't need like Seth Green. What's his name? Seth Meyers, Seth Green in it. We didn't need James Corden for the entire outro. Like the entire minute left of the outro was just James Corden. I didn't, no thank you. Nope, I'm gonna give it a D. I'm gonna give it a D. The Shape of 2017.
We've got two special guests with us.
Okay, 2017, we are introduced with Lele Pons and 𝐤𝐨𝐧𝐬𝐭, so we're off to a hot start.
Okay, Layla and Liza, tell me about 2017.
We're starting off at like F. We're starting off at an F tier. I have no hopes for Rewind 2017. Nobody pray for me. It been a day for me. Yeah. Copyright. Hey. Salt Guy was a good meme. That was a good meme. Also, the KSI scene, I thought those effects were actually super cool and unique. I don't know. I like it. I liked it with the fidget spinner. Don't yell at me. I liked it. I liked that scene. Ooh, a Dua Lipa reference.
Interrupted there. You were about to tell me about 2017?
It was good. Okay.
Okay, ending not bad. I think honestly, the 2017 Rewind probably had the best memeage. There was a lot of solid memes. I'll give it an S tier memeage. But overall, I think the end kind of made up for the beginning. I thought they were just putting in a talk show host just to do it again. But the end kind of wrapped it up nicely. I kind of enjoyed that concept. Very cool visuals as usual. I had a nice smile on my face throughout most of it, and it didn't feel like it dragged on. We even got an appearance from the Paul brothers, and you know, they were already not super well liked then, but I had to look this up. So this 2017 YouTube Rewind was posted on December 6th, 2017, and the Logan Paul Japan controversy happened on December 31st, 2017. That's when he uploaded that infamous video. So this did not age very well. So overall, I think I'm gonna give this a solid A, if not S. I think this one was really, really solid. Now, the infamous 2018 Will Smith Rewind.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I remember from this Rewind, so I'm excited to watch it again.
Yeah. It's rewind time. Yeah, if I control rewind, I would want Fortnite and Marquez Brownlee.
If I, famous actor Will Smith, could control YouTube Rewind, which I was very much a part of, right? I definitely didn't hear about these people until they brought me on set with the script.
Is this what you wanted?
You know who I would have asked for?
Quit horsing around. Play me some of that jumping music.
Not even a thank you?
There's one thing this video needs.
This is the year of Fortnite, Will Smith, and K-pop. Oh yeah, and mukbang.
Marshmallow needs to be in this video.
No, Marshmallow does not need to be in YouTube Rewind 2018. He was already in 2017. Give him a rest.
How about 𝐤𝐤𝐭𝐡?
Let's do the In My Feelings challenge.
I've never seen something more unfunny than talk show hosts trying to do a meme. For some reason, nothing else cancels out how unfunny and unenjoyable that is. Like, it doesn't even make me feel nothing, it makes me feel pain. C for cringe, of course. So this one being so infamous, for a multitude of things, it was very, let's gather around a campfire and pander to all the women and minorities this year.
Asian representation in entertainment this year.
Here's to all women in 2018.
Can we give a moment to working moms?
It takes a lot of bravery to be that vulnerable, and I'm so proud of this community.
Just like general shout outs to like moms. It's just like kinda random. Kinda feels shoehorned. Like when corporations just change their profile picture to a rainbow for only the month of June and then July 1st they immediately get rid of it and like forget to talk about equal rights ever again until it's time to do so. A lot of it was just cringe and unfunny, but I guess with the notoriety aside, I'm giving it a solid E tier. It wasn't the worst, but it was not nearly as good as a lot of the other ones. Just in terms of concept, just seemed a little lazy, and they put it behind this guise of, oh, we're letting everyone have a say in what we should put in YouTube Rewind this year, but they made it really lazy.
K-pop!
That is so awkward to watch.
YouTube Rewind 2018, the most disliked video in the history of YouTube.
So passive aggressive right at the start. I forgot about this clapback from YouTube. This is the real reason that they got rid of the dislike button. That did not age well. Who liked that video, huh? Culprit. Culprits. These became the most liked creators. Turned into the most disliked creators. Interesting. And of course, we get the rise of Mr. Beast. I'm not watching the rest of this. I can't believe that YouTube made one rewind that most people didn't love, and instead of trying harder next year, they completely gave up. They just completely threw in the towel. They were like, I'm done. I forgot that this was YouTube Rewind 2019. For some reason, I thought it was 2020 that they did the Watch Mojo top 10 list, but yep, that was 2019. This was pre-COVID. The started out like it was gonna be like a good clapback. Like, oh, y'all didn't like last year? Wait till you see this one. It's gonna be so much better because of all the stuff that you liked. But nope, they made it a Watch Mojo top 10 list. It was really lazy and sad. So we're gonna give it an F tier. I think it's safe to say most people would give this one an F tier. This is probably the worst one by far. And also it's the last one, actually, that was ever made by YouTube. So thank God that 2019 gave us the gift of Mr. Beast, because Mr. Beast made the 2021 and it is just so much better. It's kind of like a breath of fresh air. Top comment on this one is amazing. Damn, 3.4 million likes with no dislikes? This video must be pretty awesome. So that's it for all the YouTube rewinds by YouTube. But now let's watch Mr. Beast's and see how it holds up against all of these previous ones that were made by a gigantic corporation. Let's see how Jimmy held up.
What's up, YouTube? I think we can all agree that 2020 might be the only thing in existence worse than 2018 Rewind.
Yeah.
It's about the deadly coronavirus officially hitting the U.S. Here's what we do.
Everyone spread out.
Mr. Beast Rewind!
So long for this. Jacksepticeye raising $4 million+.
Arranging thankless. Matt had raised over $3 million.
There was a lot of charity effort.
Logan, congratulations on not having a major controversy this year.
I wish I could say the same about my brother, but I don't want to say the thing. Don't make me
say the thing.
K-pop.
K-pop! I would definitely put Blackpink in YouTube Rewind.
So that was YouTube Rewind 2020 thanks to Mr. Beast. You know, it was entirely done digitally. As you can see, no one got together, but it was 2020, so it made sense. Not like YouTube 2019. I thought it was really well put together, really good recap of the whole year, in addition to just YouTube stuff. He even put some controversies in there and controversial figures. I think everyone deserves to be in the YouTube Rewind, good or bad. I think it's fun to highlight and see what happened that year, maybe with a comedic lens on it. But I think it was very solid. I don't have much to complain about, so I'm gonna give it a solid A tier. I might be biased because I like Mr. Beast, but it's better Mr. Beast doing it than no one at all. So I'm glad that we had something in 2020. YouTube Rewind 2021. The Moistverse, getting rid of dislikes, Annoying Orange, Stephen Colbert, and like Jimmy Fallon. And James Corden. That's what YouTube Rewind 2021 is gonna be. So thank you for joining me on this journey of, hey look, I remember that, on this fine afternoon. So as you can see, the YouTube Rewinds didn't really get worse over time. They were just really sporadic throughout the years of which ones were really good and which ones were really bad. So at least for me, they didn't get exponentially worse over time. It just depended on the year. So now we can all sleep better at night knowing that YouTube Rewind didn't just get worse. Now it doesn't exist. Subscribe, please. Bye!